A former detective in Essex accused of giving advice to a criminal has told Southwark Crown Court he never broke the law. Robert Sloane is accused of assisting Wayne Taylor, who's serving 18 years for ordering the homes of 2 police officers to be firebombed in an unrelated case.
Retired Detective Robert Sloane denies perverting the course of justice. Colleagues filmed his unauthorised conversations with police informant Wayne Taylor. Some of the calls were from this box in Straight Road in Colchester. Southwark Crown Court heard that during his 30-year career with Essex Police, Sloane picked up several commendations. He'd received recognition from his chief constable for his bravery dealing with a kidnapping and blackmail case.
Speaking in a confident and direct manner, Robert Sloane told the jury that his methods in dealing with criminals could best be described as unorthodox. He said he'd been highly effective during his career in extracting information and confessions from criminals. Asked by defence counsel if he had ever done anything unlawful, he replied, never. He said he took great exception and offence to any suggestion that he'd ever been corrupt.
Robert Sloane told the court how he'd handled supergrasses. He'd gained information that led to the detection of hundreds of crimes, including the hammer murder of a club doorman in Clacton. He was asked by his colleagues to re-recruit Wayne Taylor as an informant as they tried to find out who had firebombed the homes of 2 Clacton police officers. Robert Sloane told the court at that time he and his colleagues were unaware that Taylor was behind the attacks, which had created panic in the force. The trial continues. Sally Chidzoy, BBC Look East, Southwark Crown Court.
Police investigating a fire which wrecked a house in Harlow at the weekend have released a man they've been questioning. 18 homes on the Bearcroft estate were evacuated when the fire broke out. 2 neighbouring houses were also badly damaged.
The clean-up, barrow by barrow, smoke blackened wreckage was wheeled from the house and dumped into a skip.
A fire investigation is now underway. A dog team from the London Fire Brigade were brought in to help with that investigation. The dog is trained to find accelerants which can be used to start fires.
This was the second fire on the estate in just 9 months. And this is amateur footage of the first in July last year. Some locals believe the estate itself is unsafe, fears heightened by a confidential fire service report obtained last year by BBC Essex. The report said the first fire was harder to tackle because when a pitched roof was built, the original flat roof was left in place, along with its layer of highly flammable bitumen. At first glance, this weekend's fire looks very similar, and once again, the Residents' Association is concerned.
But again, it seems to have taken hold quite quickly and moved. I'm guessing the other problems they probably would have had is trying to get the fire engines very close again to run down the pipes, because as you know, there's no roads outside the houses.
The housing association that owns around half the properties here said resident safety is our #1 priority, and South Anglia Housing is currently carrying out work on the estate to upgrade the properties. A 29-year-old man arrested on suspicion of arson has been released on bail. Gareth George, BBC Look East.
A man who ran inside a derelict house in Southend while it was burning has been rescued by fire crews. The fire broke out on Riviera Drive in the early hours of this morning. 3 families have been left homeless. An investigation into the cause of the fire has already started. Flights are getting back to normal after disruption caused by the dust cloud from the volcano in Iceland. Some flights from Stansted to Northern Ireland and the Irish Republic were cancelled this morning.
The new out-of-hours doctor's service in Suffolk, which struggled through the Easter weekend, is claiming this bank holiday was a success. Harmoni, which took over from Take Care Now, says it handled 2,000 calls this weekend and claims it provided a quality service.
A mother from Norfolk whose son is dying from the human form of mad cow disease has joined a march to Downing Street. Maria Dugard joined the other campaigners to demand the government takes an action to prevent further deaths. Her son Dean Burrell was diagnosed with variant CJD just months after his wedding day last summer. He's now in a hospice, unable to walk, talk or feed himself. The campaigners claim BSE infected beef is still entering the food chain. The protest lasted 2 hours. The Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh have been in Norwich today for the official opening of the new Hostelry Visitor Centre in the Cathedral. The work costs £12.5 million.
A royal visit for Norwich. It's been 8 years since they last came to the city. Today, hundreds of people turned out to see the Queen and Prince Philip. These 3 lucky girls met her in person.
Really exciting because I didn't think I'd ever get the opportunity to speak to the Queen and Prince Philip. I was standing and waiting with some flowers in my hand, and when she came past I curtsied and gave her some flowers, and she said, "Are these flowers for me?" And I said, "Yeah."
After a service, the Queen officially opened the new £12.5 million extension at the Cathedral. It's being built on the original footprint of the old site.
The Queen will be visiting the new buildings, the hostelry and the refectory, with the Duke of Edinburgh, meeting a number of our staff, people who've been involved in the construction and the whole project, and then she will be coming to the deanery for lunch.
The extension includes an exhibition space, educational facilities and a community room. It's taken 15 years of planning and fundraising for the Cathedral to complete this project. All their hard work marked with a royal visit, a day they won't forget. Dawn Gerber, BBC Look East, Norwich.